our content is while loop. Okay, this is also another kind of loop structure that is coming under the category of iteration. Today we will learn how to use the while loop in a Python program. Fine. So few programs we will see, and we will see the functionality of the while loop and its different elements in order to execute the while loop successfully. Now let us start with the programming in while loop. Now see that how this are being this we could do. So few programs. First of all, we will see. Let us see first the syntax of the while loop. Syntax of the while loop says that whenever you are putting a condition, okay, inside the while loop, so what is happening, this while is a keyword and this is the test expression. All right, the thing that you are testing, the condition that you are testing, and this is actually is counting how many times the iteration will take place. So this is actually known as counter. All right, in that case what is happening, counter is increasing out here. So as long as the condition is true, it will keep on executing. That is the purpose of any kind of loop. As long as the condition exists, so the loop will be executing, huh? And in iteration means in repetition, I mean to say, then then whenever this particular value will be false, this particular expression will be evaluated false, then it will come out. Now it is not the question that whether you have given the else or not. Else is an optional entirely, both for and while loop. Okay, so the thing is that else you may omit also, but else we give for a reason that it actually shows us clearly after the execution what happens when the while comes out. Then it clearly proves that it comes straight to the else. Okay, then this particular line will be executed. But if you don't give it, in that case it will not execute anything. After finishing, it will stop execution. Loop will stop its execution. So I'm executing this program out here, you see. Okay, that is the thing. Now you see that inside the loop inside loop, inside loop, inside loop, that means 0 less than 3 is true, inside loop has been printed. Then it has 0 has been increased to 1. So 1 less than 3, inside loop has been printed, because 1 is less than 3 only. Then 1 plus 1 has become 2. 2 is less than 3, yes. Then inside loop has been printed. Now 2 plus 1 will be 3. Then 3 is not less than 3. So it is becoming false. The loop will stop its execution. Then where it will come? It will come to else part. All right, now if we are removing this else part, okay, by somehow, and we are executing the program, it is not like that program will not execute. Program will obviously execute. Okay, but in that case you did not get this one as output. Now outside the loop has not been printed. Okay, so that clearly proves that whenever you are executing the loop, then after the test expression evaluated false, then a control comes to the next statement immediate after the loop. Okay, that is the thing. So in this way, a program can be executed by using the while loop. So first of all, initialization. Second thing is the text expression. Third one is the modification. Means like previous step will be modified. All right, understood. So here we are not using the range function. Last time we have used the range function. In the range function, it is bit different that we are using with for loop. Okay, here also we can use the range function, but I will come later to that. Okay, that is the thing. So now we are going for the another program. Yeah, I think you have understood this program. Okay, and we will do some other program also now. Okay, then we will see how it functions. Okay, so this is a program to find out the first and natural sum of the first and natural numbers. Okay, so it is quite easy accumulating the sum. Like last time with the for loop, I have given you the identical. I have shown you the, I demonstrated you the identical program, the sum of the first and natural number. Here it is by using loop, using while loop. All right, so now the thing is that I'm actually, let me save it. Okay, so I'm saving it while sum. All right, that is the thing. So now I am executing this program. Yes, it is quite rightly said that the output has been generated as the sum of first and natural numbers is equals to 55. So in this way, so when one is less than 11, the thing is true. Okay, the contest expression x value is true. Then 1 plus 0 plus 1 is 1. Then 1 will be increased into 2. 2 is less than 11. Yes. Then 1 plus 2, it is 3. Then 3 plus 3 is 6. Then 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. In that way, the sums are being accumulated. Okay, and they have been stored into the s variable. Okay, so once this sum gets over, then what is happening? It is coming out of the loop because the condition is becoming false when the value of x will reaching at 11. So 11 less than 11 is false. So up to 10, this one is running. Sum has been accumulated, coming out of the loop, and finally printing the output as the sum of first natural number is 55. All right. Now another program by using the while loop. Okay, so we are starting with just to check whether a number is a prime or not. That particular program we will do. Okay, now let us see how that program to be done. Now this is a program actually to check a prime number. So first of all, we are entering a prime number. Now what is the logic behind a prime number? So the thing is that whenever we are using, whenever we are doing detecting a prime number, this is very simple math. Okay, so one thing is true, that suppose if we are taking 16, 16 is having factors how many? 1. Okay, because it is divisible by 1, there is 2, 4, then 8, and then 16 itself. All right, these are the factors of 16. Okay, now the thing is that if we are taking a number say 13, how many factors do 13 have? Okay, does 13 have? Now it is having, there are two factors only, 1 and the number itself. No other factors can be, we can find. Okay, so now the such numbers having two factors only are known as prime numbers. All right, now here we have to find in the similar manner how this is to be done. Okay, so I'm using the notepad in order to make you understand as a board, you know. So now what is happening out here? Here the program has been made in such a way that it will be able to count the two numbers, okay, two factors rather. So here C is actually responsible for counting the factors. When you are inputting a number, say you have entered 16. So it will start checking straight from 1 to 16. Number is 16. You are taking the input in N, and 1 is less than 16, and 16 will be divided by 1. Okay. So when this is becoming true, C will be increasing its value by 1. All right, and then I is also increasing. So after n, after 1, n will be divided by 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, and whenever this is becoming 0, the remainder becomes 0. So in that case, what will happen? The value of C is increasing. So in this course, what is happening, when C has been counting the factors and all, if it only gives the result as 2, means like 2 has been stored into C, in that case it is coming out of the loop and it is printing that particular number is prime. Otherwise, if it is more than 2, it is saying that it is not a prime number. Say for 16, say for 13, you see out here 13 is having only two factors, so C count will be here 2. So it will show you when C equals to 2, then it is be printed as prime. Now suppose if you are entering 16, so in these cases C will increase its value 1, 2, 4, 8, 6. That means C will increase by 5 times. Okay, so value of C will be 5, and when it will be calculated out here, 5 is equals to, so it will say it is condition is false. So in that case it will say 5 is not prime. So that is the logic behind it, to determine a number whether it's a prime or not. Prime number is having only two factors, and non-prime number, any composite number apart from 1, it is having only many factors. Okay, there are many factors of any composite number. Okay, 1 is a unique number, so no question of it. Even if you give 1, it will show you 1 is not prime because 1 is having only one factor. All right, that is the thing. So in this way, by using the while loop, it can be determined whether a number is a prime or not. All right, now we will see its execution run. So I'm giving out here 16 as a number, so you will be able to understand in that case. Okay, so let me run once, execute the program. Just a minute, it's quite slow, this one is, that's why. Enter a number, suppose 45 I am giving, it is showing me not prime because 45 is having more than two factors. Now I am executing another number, say 13 I am giving, it is showing a prime. That's all. So this is the way to determine whether a number is a prime or not. So implement the practical nicely and do it in Python properly. Thank you.